chewy, tangy, cozy, a great dish to impress your guests. This is my version of Biang Biang Noodles with egg and tomato topping. Hi guys, welcome back to School Walk, London's premier Asian cooking school. Today we're cooking Biang Biang Noodles and tomato and egg topping. So we're going to start with the noodle dough here. They need quite a bit of time to rest, so that's the first thing you want to do. In the bowl here, we got some plain flour, just 300 grams of plain flour. Ideally medium to high gluten flour. Also, we're going to need some salt to add to the kind of chewy texture. So here's 3 grams. 115 ml of just cold water. And you want to add them into the flour bit by bit while you constantly stirring in your flour. So approximately it's about half of your flour amount. So add them all in. Now we're going to get our hands in. So at the beginning, after you've done all your water, you might feel like you need more flour or more water. But try to resist that instinct because you want it to be nicely kneaded before you adjust the amount of flour or water. So we're looking for a clean bowl. So once you have your clean bowl, we're gonna move on to the station. Now we're gonna just briefly kneading it for like 2 minutes, and then we're gonna put it in the bowl and rest it for 30 minutes. So we're not looking for a smooth dough here. Basically just bind them together and let it rest. It's still not smooth, but we're gonna let it rest for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then we're gonna come back to it. So after you rest it, it should be easier to work with. Just make sure you cover it with a towel or cling film so it doesn't dry out. So now our dough has been resting nicely for 20 minutes. Now is the actual kneading. We're gonna knead it until smooth. That takes about 7 minutes. It's a good gym. So if you're feeling a bit dry on your dough, I'll just wet my hand and keep kneading it. So now we've been kneading it for 5-6 minutes. It's quite smooth now. Now we're gonna cut it into 6 equal smaller doughs. Half. Okay, now we're gonna roll these into kind of like sausage. So you want to grab it in your hands. Put them together when you're rolling it so it has a flat end. Flatten it on both sides. Repeat for the rest of the doughs. Now you have 6 sausages. We're gonna put it into a oiled tray. Make sure coat it with oil as well so it doesn't dry out when it's resting. So the oil makes it softer and it makes it easier to shake. Today we're using vegetable oil. Just like that, we're gonna cling film it and let it rest for about 2 hours at least. So now we're gonna make the egg and tomato topping. So we're gonna start with some garlic. So half of these garlic we're gonna use for tomato and egg stir fry, and the other half we're gonna use it for the hot oil pouring at the end for our noodles. So these ones, this one you really want to finely chop them. Put that aside. So next thing, some ginger. Okay. Like this. And tomatoes. Tomatoes, you want to take this bit out. Some people would peel them, but I just can't be bothered. These ones you want to chop them into fine dices. We're doing 4 tomatoes and 4 eggs. So you want to keep the juice of your tomatoes, so make sure you don't throw them away. Don't forget spring onions for a bit of color, for a bit of fragrance. So again, we're going to divide them into leaf and stem. cut off the root. So the stem bits, they have more flavor. We're going to use as aromatics. And leaves, just into rings. Put them separately on your plates. Okay, now will be the eggs. When I'm making this dish, I usually like to put a bit of cornflour slurry into the eggs. That would make the dish really wet. That means silky and smooth in Cantonese. Now we start cooking. First thing we're doing, heat up the wok. That's really hot. I'm gonna add in just vegetable oil. You need quite a bit of oil for omelets. Just test the temperature. Just cook it. So you want your omelette here quite soft. So just with a bit of color, I'm gonna take them out, like in the same bowl, so you don't waste any of the egg. So whole wok, oil. Turn it down for this one. Ginger first. Fry it for half a minute until it gets a bit golden brown. And a spring onion stem. And half of the garlic we chop. Just for a couple seconds, chop tomatoes in. So now we're gonna do just a tiny bit of salt, so the juice of your tomato can actually come out better. Just a tiny bit. So we're gonna cook this for about 2 to 3 minutes until the tomatoes all softened and all the juice has come out. And what we're looking for is a kind of grainy texture. A bit more water. Okay, now we start seasoning. Bit of white pepper, bit of sugar, and tomato ketchup. So now we're gonna add in the omelette. Before we turn up the heat, just some wedges of your tomato for a different texture. If you want more sauce, a bit more water. So now we serve. The garnish. Put it aside. Now we're gonna come back to the noodles. Okay, now our dough has been resting for 2 hours. Now we're gonna make the noodles. So after they sit in the tray, they might become kind of square. So you want to roll it again until it's roundish. Make sure you have some oil on your station, okay? Want to roll it flat. You want thin edges. But now we're gonna do the bianging. Okay. Hold it. You want to gently. The longer you can pull it, the longer life you're gonna live. Okay. So this long. Whoop. I'm gonna add into my boiling water straight away. And do the rest. It takes about 2 to 3 minutes to cook, not long. If you want it thinner, before you slap them, you want to use the chopsticks to kind of press hard in the middle of your dough. So later you can just tear it. Now do the same thing, okay? Just like this. Just like this. So it's thinner and long. Just cook it the same way, just 2 minutes. And don't forget, with a bit of veg for your health. After 3 minutes, the noodles are cooked. Be gentle with your noodles. So now I'm gonna heat up some oil for the final sizzling hot oil pouring. When we're waiting for the oil to heat up, gonna assemble your noodles bowl with some egg and tomatoes we made earlier. Chopped up garlic, little bit of chili flakes. So once it's smoking, another hop, we're gonna do the pouring. Now we're gonna tuck in and eat. As we mix. Now we're gonna try. Handmade noodles are always the best. Kind of chewy in a good way. And also the nice sweet and sour from the topping. Pretty good. Give it a go. Alright, thank you for watching. If you like this recipe, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe our channel, and we will see you next week.